Steve Cooper Rank Success, and this is video number 2 in a short series of videos on the Metropolitan Police's values that are used and assessed to assess promotion candidates, those going for sergeant and inspector and beyond. And this video is about the value professionalism. Okay, so although this is a bespoke video for Metropolitan candidates, if you're not in the Metropolitan Police and you're listening in from another force, or you're watching this from another force, it will still be valuable to you because the principles are the same around doing that depth and breadth of preparation around values so that you can give your best on the day in response to any questions or in any assessment process or interview. Okay, so this one is about professionalism, one of the 4 Met values, integrity, courage and compassion being the others. This one's about professionalism. Just to let you know what I'm doing with these videos, I've printed off and scribbled over some of my notes, but I've printed off what the Met officers get given. So there are what the value looks like in good indicators here and bad indicators here. And as you can see, they're both equal. Okay, so the best way to deal with that is have a quick, very quick scan through the ones with the X through. Take a pair of scissors and cut them out. Get rid of them. You don't want to occupy or clog up your mind with anything that is not supportive of your learning and preparation. And what I see in other forces is exactly the same kind of thing, where they produce a list of behaviours or points or learning points, if you like, of what unsuccessful candidates did, and then put that in the promotion literature. Well, why do you want to spend your time looking at what unsuccessful candidates did? You want to focus all your time and effort on what successful candidates did, and then use that to fill any gaps or knowledge gaps or any feedback from a previous attempt, and move forward with that. So just an interesting thing, that's my approach, that's what I do, that's what I've done, and it's what I encourage people to do, is have a very quick skim of that and go, yeah, well, there's nothing rocket science there, cut it out and get rid of it. Because if you look at all those points for 4 values, that's a hell of a lot of things to remember. Okay, so professionalism then, let's have a look. There's a short paragraph, a descriptor here, as there is in the competency and values framework for the 4 separate ones in there, which are transparency, integrity, public service and impartiality. So little short paragraph here in the literature. Professionalism in the Met is about taking pride in the quality and efficiency of our service. We strive for excellence in all that we do, recognising good performance and challenging poor behaviour. We work to understand and meet the expectations and needs of the communities we serve, and we collaborate and deliver as a team whilst taking personal responsibility for our actions. So a good little kind of intro paragraph there. The reason these kind of instructions and the guidance you get given in a promotion selection process is because it's manna from heaven. It's absolutely brilliant, because you can generate points and questions and thinking, as I've done in my kind of scribbles on here, which I'm just going to go through some of the points. So if we just go through the where does professionalism sit? Where would you want professionalism to sit in terms of mapping it out on a promotion process? Well, on my promotion toolkits that I talk about, which you can download at any time, by the way, along with the promotion masterclass, and there's free blogs, free podcasts that you can listen to, and some free downloadable guides and other materials. But if you have a look at that, and you'll see that's just a quick print off of one of my slides. You've got on here professionalism. I've split up the screen into a little circle, or this diagram into a little circle with you at the centre, because you're the most important person. And I've tried to map the Met the values across where I think they sit in terms of service. So professionalism, sat in performance there. So for me, that's just where am I going to put professionalism? I'm going to put it there. I think it supports performance. So, and that's a whole area for you to prepare on your own. But what you've done is you've kind of aligned a value. Now this is my way of doing it. You find your own way of doing it. The whole idea of this is for you to take a pencil and a A3 piece of card and do it yourself, because it's your understanding and your distilling and refining of it that makes meaning of it to you, so that you can actually talk with confidence on a promotion board. But the other clues in here, so that's mapping it out. Where does professionalism sit? Taking pride in the quality and efficiency of our service. Well, as a promotion candidate, what does that mean to you? The quality and efficiency of our service. Well, I've literally just finished doing a series of summary videos around force performance and PEAL videos. They stand for Police Effectiveness, Efficiency and Legitimacy. So the HMIC or HMIC FCRS is the Her Majesty's Inspector of Constabulary. They do reports every year on forces, and in terms of efficiency, there's a great report available for you straight away to download from the HMIC site and have a look at how efficient the Met is at any one time in any area, how effective it is, how legitimate its service is viewed by the communities in the Met. So what I'm trying to do is just align this value to some of the other resources that you can find. Recognising good performance. Well, performance, what does that mean to you? And all of this is from this short paragraph. What does performance mean to you? To me, it's about effectiveness and results. Recognising it can be anything from a chief's commendation or a commissioner's commendation through to, you know, as a sergeant inspector saying thank you, or recognising good work and catching someone doing something right and letting them know right then and there, because praise and recognition are free ways and of recognising good performance, and also they are motivators of human behaviour as well. Everybody likes to be praised and recognised appropriately. Okay, we work hard to understand and meet the expectations and needs of the communities we serve. Well, which communities do you serve in the Met? Who are they? Where are they? How do you know? What are their needs? How do you know? So what you're seeing here is me kind of looking at this professionalism value and doing a kind of, let's have a look at how this value can spread off into different areas. Have a look at it as part of your depth and breadth of preparation, and then come back to it and then put it to one side. Okay, I've done the work on professionalism, let's move forward. So on the tick list down the left hand side, there's some real good indicators here, and I alluded in the initial kind of video to the overlap. There's a lot of overlap on these values, not just in the Met, it happens in other forces as well. And I'll point that out occasionally where I see it, but there's some basic stuff in there. People take a personal pride in their work, that's what professionalism means, and that of the Metropolitan Police. People act as an advocate and they always uphold the Met's reputation. Pretty basic stuff there. You're an ambassador of the Met, a walking, talking kind of role model of the behaviours and values expected. Professionalism is about seeking to embed best practice and look for ways of making improvement. So, you know, evidence-based practice. The NDM stage 5 talks about taking action, make a decision, take action, and then review, which is the bit that people always miss. And that's around identifying individual, team and organisational learning. That's an opportunity to do that. So don't just read the descriptors, think about how that relates to the work you do, the decisions you make and the activity that you undertake every day as an operational cop. They're not just bullet points on a list on a piece of paper for the sake of it. They're actually there to provide some insights for you as a candidate. Building trust by taking time to understand. Well, you know, that's important. The whole nature of being a sergeant inspector is about having that ability to build trust. So that's about being professional. Putting the needs of the public at the heart of what they do. That's professionalism, above their own interests or those of their team. Now that's quite interesting because, again, I've just done a blog on Peelian principles. It was a good refresher for me because people know roughly what the Peelian principles are. But actually, as a promotion candidate, it's a really good exercise to have a look at what they actually mean, the longer version, the longer descriptions of what they are. And I think that one links quite nicely to the Peelian principle number 5, the 5th Peelian principle, which talks about individual sacrifice in protecting and preserving life. So again, a lot of links to be made here that are helpful for you in terms of your thinking and your approach to a promotion board. Seeking to understand the needs of partners and their priorities, and delivering as a team. So leadership in the role that you're going for, one team across partners and the Met in terms of delivering service and accountability. And then it talks about taking responsibility. So professionalism is about taking responsibility and being accountable for your decisions and your actions. Well, again, sit that in the NDM box. My professionalism is reflected in the decisions I make. I do that by using the NDM and following the process. And in terms of being accountable personally, organisationally, I use the NDM. I record my decisions as I need to, using making sure my rationale is clear and explained. And I use the risk principles to make that decision, and the code of ethics to ensure that I've done the best thing possible and I've done the right thing. and then I seek feedback on it, which is one of the last points here about being professional. So again, all of this really alludes to professionalism is about being well read, well briefed, and understanding this as a concept, as a value, and then seeing where it sits in terms of the activity that you perform every day. And then after all of that, being able to sit on your own for 5 minutes, press record on a phone, and talk about professionalism just for a couple of minutes, 5 minutes at the most, so that you internalize it and absorb it over and beyond your life experiences and what you do, because you're putting yourself forward as a promotion candidate and you want to be on the front foot mentally and verbally in delivering what you know about professionalism. Okay, so that's a short little kind of whistle stop tour through that value, but hopefully with this little series it's something that as a busy cop you can kind of press on your commute and play and listen to, and I'll be along with the next video shortly. Until then, take care and stay safe.